Hello, I'm Catherine Anaya, and welcome to My Home Group TV. In this My Community episode, we are taking you behind the scenes of Americano the Musical. It is a timely production here at the Phoenix Theater Company that is getting rave reviews. Americano is being called one of the most ambitious works to come out of Phoenix.
It just kind of gives you a little taste of what family is about. We like to enrich the story with all the family themes that we have in there.
And patriotism.
And patriotism.
What it means to be American.
Absolutely.
Actor Sean Ewing portrays Tony Val Venis. Americano is about Tony's life, a powerful and moving musical story of a child of immigrants who doesn't find out his undocumented status until he tries to enlist in the Marines.
That's what this story, it just kind of hit a soft spot in my heart.
Ewing, an immigrant himself, says Americano is not a political story, it's an American story.
I was adopted as an infant, so knowing that my parents brought me to America and gave me such wonderful opportunity, I felt so important and compelled to tell his story because, as Americans, we are just human.
Alyssa Gomez plays Tony's girlfriend.
For me personally, I'm the daughter and granddaughter of veterans. So the military aspect, or in this case, the Marines, the story of the Marines, was very close to my family experience. And it was important for me, not just as a Latina, but again, as the daughter and granddaughter of veterans to help tell this story.
Take you downtown for questioning.
It was Tony's dream since childhood to become a Marine.
The 9/11 scene is so important because it was important to Tony in his life. Tony was in 6th grade, excuse me, and when 9/11 hit, he made his decision at that moment that he was going to be a Marine. Mm-hmm. He saw the reaction that his mom had, he saw the reaction that the teachers had, he saw the reaction that his fellow students had, and at that moment, it crystallized for him, I'm going to be a Marine.
Jonathan Rosenberg, one of the co-writers of Americano, was listening to National Public Radio when he heard Tony, who lives in Arizona, talking about immigration.
And I heard Tony, and I thought, it's an interesting voice, an interesting perspective.
It took 5 years to bring Tony's story to the stage.
We had Tony. So any rewrite, any writing that we did, we'd show to Tony. Does this, how does this sound? Does this sound really? Nah. So we would constantly be making changes based on what Tony was telling us.
Mm-hmm. Does it make it more challenging for you because you are actually portraying a live person who has been here and watched the musical?
I told him I get nervous when he's in the audience. Yes, it is difficult because as the actor trying to portray someone who has lived this, at first diving into those emotions, it was hard for me to harness what it was like for him. And now that I have spoken with him and spent time with him and actually seen this, heart of a human being standing before me, mm-hmm. Now I'm starting to feel it more.
I'll get you that number. Is this true?
There are reasons.
I don't want to know your reasons. I want to know why you raised me as a lie.
Americano the Musical is getting rave reviews with music is powerful.
A unique sound. A sound that I haven't heard in musical theater
mm-hmm.
before.
As the story itself. How would you describe the music?
Oh.
Alive, it is.
I've never heard music like this truly before, and it's been amazing to work with, the Mendoza band because it's not an orchestra, it's a band, so they just feel everything musically, and it influences us, it inspires us when we're doing the performance.
A concept album featuring music from Americano is available on digital streaming services with 100% of the proceeds from downloads of a track called Come Join the Marines going to the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation. Rosenberg says honoring the Marines was important.
So it was important for us to have that Marine presence, not only in the show, but in the lobby. So we have the Marine Scholarship Fund people outside in the lobby, and if people want to donate money to the Marine Scholarship Fund, they can. Part of the proceeds from the album go to the Marine Scholarship.
Get it all. If you want to be a combat photographer, this picnic is the perfect battlefield.
The critical response to Americano is bolstering hopes of getting it to Broadway. If that happens, what is your reaction going to be?
I'll cry.
Cheers.
When it gets to Broadway,
Yes, I like that.
I think, as a New Yorker, I grew up in New York, you could probably tell. As a New Yorker, I think it's going to knock the socks off the town.
An Americano dream.
Like a musical like this just hits all the right notes for people wanting to go to the theater and wanting to see something important and wanting to be entertained and wanting to hear music that they've never heard before. Right.
It is resonating with people like I've not seen in a very long time. Does that surprise you?
It pleases me. It doesn't surprise me because I did not want to write a political story. There's so much division in our country right now. I wanted to write a story where people would be entertained. This isn't an educational story. This is a story that people will be engrossed with and moved by. And in the course of that, my hope was that in looking at this young man and this young man's life and the trajectory of his life, that people will make their own decisions. Maybe they'll change their mind on the issue of DACA. Maybe they won't change their mind. But regardless, I think that everyone leaves this theater feeling moved in one way or another. I know that this is the right show for this country right now.
Americano the Musical is running now through February 23rd here at the Phoenix Theater Company. Get your tickets now because the ticket sales will improve its chances of getting to Broadway. You can buy your tickets at phoenixtheater.com. And remember, you can catch all of our episodes of My Home Group TV at the My Home Group YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment while you're there. I'm Catherine Anaya. Thanks for watching My Home Group TV. I'll see you next time.